Since the end of 2019, the world has been experiencing a pandemic. The virus involved in this pandemic is COVID-19. A vaccine is yet to be approved, but scientists are working diligently on getting one. Recently, it was announced that the drug company Pfizer has achieved success in their vaccine trials. This vaccine that they made was found to be 90% effective in preventing COVID-19. Nutrition plays a vital role in the immune system within the body. Nutrients help the immune system in many ways, such as working as antioxidants to protect healthy cells, supporting growth and activity of immune cells, and producing antibodies. Epidemiological studies have found that those who are poorly nourished are at a greater risk of developing infections. Obesity is a disease where a person has an excessive amount of body fat. This excessive amount of body fat is typically due to an unhealthy diet and lifestyle. This is very dangerous because it makes you more susceptible to health issues. Obesity is associated with the leading causes of death in the world. With COVID-19 emerging, it has been suggested that diet-induced obesity makes you more susceptible to COVID-19. In this video, I would like to discuss and collect scientific data that shows the relationship between diet-induced obesity and the risk of getting COVID-19. This information may provide some insight on ways you could help prevent the risk of getting COVID-19 and further your understanding on why obesity is so dangerous. Obesity puts you at risk for many harmful diseases. Obesity is a risk factor for the top two leading causes of death in the world, which are cardiovascular disease and cancer. In the United States, 39.6% of adults and 18.5% of children are considered obese. These numbers have been on an upward trend for many years. To be considered obese, adults have to have a BMI in between 30 and 39.9. Obesity can cause you to develop many harmful diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, asthma, and more. Obese individuals are predisposed to hypoventilation-associated pneumonia, pulmonary hypertension, and cardiac stress. All of these diseases put you at high risk for developing a severe and dangerous case of COVID-19. COVID-19 is a virus that attacks your respiratory system. It is believed that the reason obese people are at high risk for COVID-19 is because they typically have impaired respiratory mechanics, increased airway resistance, impaired gas exchange, and low respiratory muscle strength and lung volumes. There have been many reports done that show that obesity puts you at high risk for getting severe COVID-19. Past reports have shown that those who suffer from diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and hypertension are in the high-risk category for getting severe COVID-19 and needing to be hospitalized. All of these diseases can result from an individual being obese. One study done showed that 85% of patients who contracted COVID-19 and were obese required ventilation in the hospital, and 62% of the patients with obesity died in the hospital because of COVID-19. This is compared to patients who are considered a normal weight who contracted COVID-19 and only 64% of them required ventilation and only 36% of them died. These numbers are still really high, but they are considerably smaller than the numbers with obese individuals. In China, a report was done in Shenzhen where 383 patients with COVID-19 and being overweight was associated with an 86% higher and being obese with a 142% higher risk of developing severe pneumonia compared to patients with a normal weight. Among 4,103 patients with COVID-19 at a health center in New York City, a BMI greater than 40 was the second strongest predictor of hospitalization. Another study was done in Little France, which reported that from 124 patients with COVID-19, the need for invasive ventilation in the hospital was associated with patients who had a BMI greater than 35. Their BMI being greater than 35 puts them in the obese category, supporting the idea of obesity putting you at a higher risk for severe COVID-19. Research is still being done on this topic, but with the research that has been done, they have all seen correlation between obese people and COVID-19 susceptibility. I would recommend that people should eat a healthy diet. This healthy diet should consist of lots of fruits and veggies and lean proteins and whole grains. These foods help boost your immune system, which can help prevent you from getting COVID-19. I would also recommend that people should keep up with regular physical activity. Every day, people should be getting at least 30 minutes of exercise, whether that be going for a walk or run or lifting weights or even doing yoga. These recommendations are 2 small ways in which you could immensely help yourself avoid contracting a severe illness such as COVID-19. And these recommendations can help you stay healthy and help you not become obese or help an obese person be more healthy and hopefully get out of the obese range. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something.